Hey guys, this is Hell Hades. This is another Raid Shadow Legends video. So there's a lot going on. It feels like the game's becoming more stable for those that can get in. I know there's still a lot that can't, so hopefully that gets fixed soon. So what I want to do is just talk you through, especially the people that can't get in the game, just want to talk you through what's happened, who's come in and what's going on. So Valentine's, champions and more. Some blurb about how romantic everybody is. And then we've got two special Valentine couples are teams of their own. Our two special Valentine's couples are teams of their own. And then basically it kind of goes through a number of new champions that have come into the game. So we've got 4 new legendary champions. I can summon them straight away. We've got 4 new epics. And then we've got 8 new rares. I'm going to go into each of those champions shortly. There is also a definite fusion which has come through. So you can see this here. One of these new legendaries is going to be the fusion. Again, I'm going to cover him shortly. Looking at the champions beneath this, Warcaster, it looks like it's Warcaster I think, is there. The other 3 are new champions. They're all going to be newbies that have come in, which we're going to go through shortly. And we've also been told that there is a double sacred summoning rush tomorrow over Valentine's for a couple of days. So lots going on. So how do we prepare for the fusion is just the first point. And with Battle Pass coming in, I just feel really strongly that people should be aware of this. There's so many different energy refills, clan boss keys, double XP days. All this stuff is perfect to keep hold of when we have got a fusion coming up. Don't use them yet. Leave them in there. Wait until you come up to the fusion because you are going to need resources. We always do. We need resources to make these fusions work. They've given us an option here to get resources at a pretty good, in a pretty good way. So keep those resources. Use them when you need to. Don't burn your shards straight away for the summon event. Let's wait and see when we get things like summon rushes that are coming up for the fusion. Make sure you pair them up properly. And make sure you've got things like artifacts. If you're going to finish off an artifact, just hold it at level 15 for now. There's probably going to be an artifact event where you want to push it up to 16. So, just think wisely. Use your resources really wisely over this period of time. So, that is Hell Hades taking a break. Now let's get into Excited Hell Hades. Right, what we got? Rare. Let's look through the rares first. So, Barbarian. First Barbarian rare, who we got? Soul Bond Boya. So I don't know what the... yeah, we've had a few of these Boyas, but anyway, what we got here? So attack-based champion, good base attack, okay base speed, attacks all enemies with an A1, that's always good. Additional 25% chance of hitting a crit, again, really good. Just think about a campaign farmer. Needs an A1, attacks all enemies, which we've got here. Plus, this means you only need to build up to 75% crit rate. Really strong A1. A2 attacks one enemy, has an additional 25% chance of inflicting a crit. Again, we only need 75%. Will ignore 75% of the target's defense. That is massive. That is massive for a rare. I'd love to see what this champion is hitting for because that is big for a rare. And then we've got an A3, attacks one enemy, has an additional 25% chance of a crit again, and has 75% chance of fully depleting the target's turn meter. What we have got here is a spider killer. We have got turn meter control, we have got ignore defense, and we have got a AoE A1. And the aura is all battles by 12% crit rate. This is a really good rare. First rare off the bat, and she is brilliant. Really, really strong. Can already see her in Arena. I can see her in Spiders for sure. And if not, perhaps some of the other dungeons as well, like Golems. So yeah, really cool. Like that, really good start. Let's move on to Bannerlords. We have got a rare in Bannerlords. I'm going to whiz through these quite quick today. We've got Mimrodon. Can't say that word. Right, what have we got? Let's just have a look. Defense based, which is nice. Good base defense, good base speed. So we've got an A1, attacks one enemy and has got a chance to provoke, which goes up to, 40%. Provokes for one turn if the target has a higher max HP than this champion. So we don't need to worry about chance to provoke. Hold on a second. 20% chance of placing a provoke. So it's 2. Oh, okay. So no, it's not that great actually. It's the chance only if they've got a higher max HP than this champion. Yeah, it's not great. Not great. A2 attacks all enemies. Booked up, we get to 80% chance of placing the smaller decrease attack average. And then we've got an ally protection and continuous heal. Places 1 continuous heal. Yeah, this champion's okay. Not great. It's okay. Let's go into dwarves. We've got 2 dwarf rares. 2 dwarfs, right. Who we got? Cudgeler. What's this? Attack-based champion. Pretty average across the board. Base stats all average to good. None of them amazing. So, attacks 1 enemy 2 times. It's got a 30% chance of inflicting a crit if they're under decreased defense buff. A2 places a counter attack and increase attack buff on this champion for 2 turns and gets an extra turn. Yeah, okay. The only thing with that is you place it for 2 turns, you get an extra turn straight away, but you're going to use one of them. So you actually only get a 1-turn counter attack once he's already used his second attack. So I'm not that certain that this is actually that great as an ability, especially on a base level 7-turn cooldown. Let's see if this improves it. It's got a 20% chance of placing a 30%, so it's a smaller version, decreased defense for 2 turns when attacking targets with higher defense than this champ. Also, 20% chance of decreasing the damage taken by 20%. A lot 20% going on here when attacked by enemies with higher attack. I think it's just too much RNG, too much this and that going on. Don't really like this ability much. For me, that's poor. Wouldn't invest any time there. Hatchet Slinger. Attacks 1 enemy 2 times. 80% chance of ignoring part of their defense, a small amount. If this champion has 50% HP or higher, has a 10% chance of placing a stun, which goes up to 30. 30% is not bad for a stun on an A1. If this champion has less than 50%, okay, so it's an average A1. It's not bad. A2 places an unkillable buff on this champion, 4-turn cooldown. This for 2 turns, which is quite good. And then passive, 5% chance, booked up to 20. 20% chance of counter-attacking when hit, and a 25% chance of counter-attacking when hit with a crit, which goes up to, 40. Okay, champion, nothing amazing there. So, let's move on. Keep it moving. Skinwalkers. What we got? Skinwalkers, rares. We've got Fleshmonger. Pretty cool skin, I think. Pretty cool. I like it. I really like it. I don't know why, I just really like the skin. It's cool. I don't know if it's a reskin. Is it a reskin? No, maybe not. No, I think it might be an original. Just got the same sort of nice podgy cheeks. Right, what we got here? A1. Attacks 1 enemy 3 times. Okay, like it. A2. Increase attack and critical rate on this champion and gets an extra turn. Same sort of thing here. Increases for 2. Uses a turn, left with 1. We've got an A3 which attacks all enemies. This is better. Attacks all enemies. 50% chance of placing the big version of decreased defense. Goes up to 75% chance. For a rare, this is brilliant. Really, really good ability. So we've got a free hit A1. I like it. We've got a way of boosting damage here just for this champion. Is okay. We've got an AoE decreased defense, big version, on a rare. That's brilliant. I like it. Needed another one of those. We've got War Maiden obviously in the mix. Fleshmonger's going to be up there as one of the best rares in the game for dungeon content because of this skill right here. And then ally attack in dungeons 23% as an aura. It's not bad as well. All in all, not bad. His base stats are quite low, but the skills are good. So I like him. He's decent. High Elves. What have we got? What have we got? Fencer. Actually looks like, if anyone plays League of Legends or has done, looks a bit like Fiora. A little bit. Anyway, quite an interesting skin now. I quite like it. Very different. Yeah, it's quite like a Harlequin sort of look. That's cool. Right, so what we've got? Attack based. Good base speed actually. The rest of it's okay, not amazing. So attacks one enemy 2 times. And it's got a chance of putting a decreased speed on. Okay. Attacks one enemy, has got, when booked up, 100% chance to place a stun for 1 turn. Steals 20% of their turn meter if the stun is not placed. This is good. So this is basically an arena champion. You go in, you take out their champion that you want to knock out the game. Good base speed to get you to go first. But it's like a single target arena lockdown champ. And then the last one here is AoE, decreased defense, but it's a small version, but you can book it up to 100%. I think she's blatantly an arena champion. Arena champ, she's got decreased speed, she's got stun, and she's got a small version of decreased defense. Pretty good champ, but not amazing, I'd say. Undeads. We've got a rare in here. We've seen this new one who's very cool. So we've got another one here, Corpulent Cadaver. A really weird looking skin, actually. Really weird looking skin. It's quite cool, but odd. I'd just say it's odd. It just looks like it's made out of stone, I guess. Pretty cool. Right, so what we got here, HP base, good base HP, okay base defense, okay base speed, it's not bad. Attacks one enemy, inflicts additional damage if this champion's under a shield. The damage is equal to 30% of the value of the shield. Based on HP, I like this. Based on HP, he's got a really good HP pool. Places a shield on this champion equal to 20% of their HP for 3 turns and gets another turn. Very nice. Attacks one enemy, has got an 80% chance of placing a provoke for 2 turns. So if this hits reasonably hard when he's high HP, then he could be pretty decent. He's also got this provoke ability, so he's going to be taken on 1 person with provokes. What's the cooldown here? 4 down to 3, which is okay. He's okay. He's pretty decent. Allied defense in all battles, which is good as well. He's just a tank. He's a tank that's going to be able to soak up damage and place a taunt, which will kind of take 1 person out of the game. So not bad for a rare. Not bad. And then we've got Knight Reverend for the last one in rares. So Coffin Smasher. Ooh, this guy looks cool. This guy looks really cool. I think they've done a good job on these skins actually this time around. We're only looking at rares so far. A couple of really cool looking maces. Yeah, nice. So what we got here, HP base. Again, really high base HP. Very slow. So attacks one enemy 3 times. And got slow, what's this, a low chance, 30% chance of placing the big version of decreased attack. Oh, on his A1. This is interesting. Maybe this is the clan boss champ. Let's have a look. Yes, it is, definitely. A2 attacks one enemy, 50% chance of placing an HP burn for 2 turns, and it's based on HP damage. Very nice. So that books up to what, another 60-75%. And then we've got a passive here. Decreases their damage enemies inflict with AoE attacks by 5%. It's just an out and out clan boss champion. I like it. He's slow, but that's fine for clan boss because you can build that up elsewhere. This guy is definitely like he could see you through to Nightmare clan boss for sure. Reduced damage on hits, HP burn, which procs for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown, and decreased attack on a free hit, and each hit has got this chance, so it's going to be up to 30% each hit. So you should land decreased attack almost every time you go in, and it lands for 2 turns. That's good. He's good. Yeah, for anyone who's looking for those clan boss champs, he is good. Right, let's get into the epics. Barbarian is first on the list. Barbarians do need some love in the epics. So we've got a Void epic here. Sky Touch Shaman. Ooh, Sky Touched. I mean, looking a bit chilly is what I would say. Looking a bit chilly. What is this skin? Oh, actually, the animations around the weapons are quite cool. Although a bit blocky actually, but yeah, maybe that's just my graphics. But yeah, looking pretty chilly if the weather turns is what I would say. So what we got? Support champion, good HP, good defense, very good speed. Attacks all enemies on an A1, heals by 15% of the damage. if less than 50% HP. Boosts this champion's turn meter by 20% instead if higher. That's really good. Really, really good A1. A2 removes all debuffs from all allies and places a revive on death and block debuffs on all allies for 2 turns on a 4-turn cooldown. That is really good as well. Fantastic. Really good ability. And then we've got an A3. Oh, it's a passive, sorry. Damage this champion by 10% of their max HP at the start of each turn. Heals all allies except this champion equal to half of the HP lost. Okay, that's quite cool. That's an interesting kind of healing mechanic. Places a decreased speed buff on this champion for 1 turn at the start of each turn. Also has a 50% chance of placing a fear debuff on this champion for 1 turn. Oh man, that feels terrible, doesn't it? He loses 30% of his speed at the start of each turn. Man, I'm not sure about that. That passive just feels weird. Just feels weird, but I guess it's a healing mechanic. There's bits. It's a really interesting concept of a champion. I kind of like the champion. I need to play around with it though, because just the debuffs that you get on you feel a bit odd. Like a fear debuff, when you've got something which is at best on a 4-turn cooldown, a big ability, to then have the chance of that being feared. I mean, so you, yeah, I don't know about it. Don't know. For a void, I don't know if you need that fear there. The fear just makes me think that's a bit over the top. Be interested to know your thoughts on that one. What do you think? Is that a champion that you're interested in? Knights Revenant. So we've got here Sepulchre Sentinel. She has got lots of hair. Kind of cool shield. Really cool shield, actually. I like it. Not sure about the face. Not sure about the face. Really cool shield. Let's just focus on the shield. Anyway, what we got? Defense-based champion. Good base defense. Good base speed. A1 attack. 40% chance of placing a big decreased defense for 2 turns. Here we go again. This feels like a clan boss champion. Places a 60% increased defense buff and block debuffs buff on all allies for 2 turns. Clan boss again. Really good ability for clan boss here. This feels great actually for clan boss. 4-turn cooldown. That's a shame it's not 3-turn cooldown. But you've got your decreased attack, which is a must. You've got 2 abilities that you want in clan boss. And it's got a 25% chance of completely blocking incoming damage when this champion or their allies are attacked. Occurs once per turn. Wow, that seems really strong as well. So it booked up to 50% chance of blocking incoming damage. And she could be a lead as well. So she potentially has got a 50% chance of taking no damage when clan boss does its stun ability. That's massive. Massive. This could be a really good... This could be someone who competes with Tyrell for that A1 position. Really good champion. Yeah, mental champion actually. Really like it. Okay, let's go into Orcs. What we got? Orcs. This guy looks angry. Looks a little bit like Robar actually. Bit like Robar. Also, like it looks like one of those Orcs from... a thin version, but looks like one of those Orcs from, what do you call it, Lord of the Rings. Quite cool skin though. Very orange. Right, what we got here? Defense based, very good. Defense, good HP. We've got an A1 with a provoke on it, so 30, 40, 50% chance to provoke for 1 turn if there's no debuffs on this champion. Heals if they are under debuffs, that's quite cool. A2, which attacks all enemies, decreases the duration of all enemy buffs by 1 turn. It's cool as well. And increases the duration of all ally buffs by 1 turn. Very good. And then an A3, which... Oh, it's passive again. A lot of passives going on here. Places 50% ally protection for 2 turns when any ally's HP drops below 50%. Really cool as well, actually. Also places a block damage buff on this champion for 1 turn. Nice. Really like it. That's on a 4-turn cooldown. Probably arena champion, maybe dungeon champ. Yeah, that's cool. And then a big increase ally defense in all battles, which is good as well. Cool, that's good. Let's move on. What have we got here? I wrote down the different areas and I can't read what I put. Dark Elves, I think that's saying. Yeah. Fang Cleric. Ooh, this is a cool skin. Yeah, I like that. Really cool. Support Champion, very fast. Good base stats elsewhere. Attacks one enemy, 75% chance, which is booked up to 100, of transferring a debuff from this champion to a target. That's quite an interesting ability. An A2, which heals an ally by 20% of this champion's max HP. Also fills turn meter by 30% if they're fully healed. Places a veil by 1 turn if they're not healed. Okay, interesting. Shame it's only one champ. I don't know if it's that great. And then we've got revive an ally with 30% HP, and then fills their turn meter by 30%. And makes them unkillable and gets some healing. Okay, it's all a very single target stuff, which is not amazing. And then we've got speed buff. Yeah, I'm not overly impressed with that one. So Skinwalkers, we're on to legendaries then. Skinwalkers is the first one. Oh, Void legendary. Ooh. Nasty. That sword, that's cool. He looks really cool. I love this guy. He looks really sweet. Massive as well. Literally a beast. Cool. Whoa, whopping great massive HP here. Look at that. We'll get through that. I don't know if that's higher than Mountain King. It's pretty much up there. Maybe it's not higher, but it's up there. So, A1. Attacks all enemies on his A1. 50% chance of decreasing each target's turn meter by 10%. That's big. Attacks all enemies 2 times instead of 1. And the chance of decreasing each target's turn meter and the chance of decreasing each target's turn meter increases to 100%. Does that make sense? Attacks all enemies 2 times instead of 1, and the chance of decreasing each target's turn meter increases to 100% if this champion is on the same team. Right, got it. The damage of each hit will be decreased by 50%. Okay. So you do more damage if he's on his own, but you hit once. You do less damage, but you decrease their turn meter if you got Min Aya on the same team. Interesting, like that. It's cool. A2, 75% placing a provoke on all enemies for 1 turn. That's really cool. Block debuffs and increased defense on this champion for 2 turns. Very cool as well. Removes all debuffs from this champion before placing it, if you got this champion on your same team. Nice. Really good. 3 turn cooldown on that as well. Really cool. Yeah, I like that. Okay, A3. We've got decreased defense and attack, both the big versions, on all enemies for 2 turns. Yeah, it's nice. And it does damage as well. And then we've got 2 passives. Counter attack when hit by enemies under any of those 2 debuffs, or speed debuff. Always counter attacks if you got Minaya in the team. And another passive places increased defense buff on all allies for 2 turns if this champion kills an enemy. God, that's big as well. Really big for the arena. Really big for the arena. Very good kit with this guy. Really good kit. You can see him being built up like really strong. I like him. Like him a lot actually. Bannerlords. Bannerlords. Right, what we got? Oh, here we go. We have got Snow White. Cool looking champion as well. Very similar to that sort of fencer model we just seen. Okay, what we got here? Support champion, really fast, 111 speed, really fast. Good HP as well, good defense. So, attacks 1 enemy and places a heal buff on the ally with lowest HP for 2 turns. That's an okay. A1. We've got an A2. Attacks 1 enemy again, heals this champion and the ally with the lowest HP by 10,000 HP, has a 75% chance of placing a 100% heal reduction on all enemies for 2 turns. Booked it up to 100% chance. Pretty good. I mean, it's guaranteed healing. So 10k HP on 2 champions in 1 hit is bloody good. That's decent. And then we've got an A3, heals all allies by 40% of their max HP, places block debuffs on champions under increased defense. If this champion is fully healed by this skill, also places a shield on them. Yeah, nice. It's a genuine healer by the looks of it. And then we've got a passive here, fills the eternity of all allies by 20% when this champion is killed. Revives this champion with 75% HP when killed if... I see, so this is the one we're partnering with that other champion just now. Chrononar, don't know how you say that, is on the same team. I'm going to call him Dave. If Dave is on the same team, I think if Dave's on the same team, these two are really effective. So, what else we got? Undead, 2 more to go. 2 more in the Undeads. 2 more Legendaries. I'm doing this one last. So we've got a Void here. Syphi the Lost Bride. Pretty scary looking champion. That's cool. So support champion, really high base speed, really high, and good HP as well. Good defense as well. All good there. And she's got damage, which is based on attack. So she's basically going to do no damage. So attacks one enemy. When booked up, 100% chance of placing it asleep. For 1 turn, if the target's turn rate is equal or above 50%. Can't be resisted. Oh, that's good. Can't be resisted is good. Heals all allies by 5% of their max HP if it's below. So that's nothing really. But the 100% sleep for arena would be really cool. And you don't need accuracy to do it. Heals all turn meters of all allies by 15% and places block debuffs, increased defense, and increased speed on all allies for 2 turns. Really cool ability as well. Great for arena, great for clan boss if you've got a speed team. Yeah, it's decent. And then we've got an A3 on a 4-turn cooldown if you book it. Revives an ally with 55% HP and full turn meter. Places 50% increased attack buff and crit rate buff on that ally for 2 turns. Ooh, that's really cool. That's a bit like a Raglan move. It's a bit like a Cardinal move, but you are buffing them at the same time. Ooh, that is nice. 4-turn cooldown's a bit long, but it's pretty nice. And then we've got passive here. Heals each ally by 15% of their max HP at the start of their turn. Has a 40% chance of removing freeze and fear from each ally at the start of their turn. It's like a counter to Torment here. Removes all debuffs from the other one we're going to see, Rotos the Lost Groom, at the start of their turn if they were on the same team. Very cool. Ally resistance in all battles. It's going to be, it feels just like an arena champion here. But we have, I mean, healing at the start of everybody's turn is just mental for any content. You know, this could be your option to replacing your bad L for clan boss as well. Yeah, really, really good champion, this one. Like it. And then last one then. So this is going to be the fusion champion by the looks of it. So, again, pretty cool skin. Bit basic, I'd say. Bit of a basic skin for a legendary one, but I quite like it. So we've got an attack-based champion, very high base attack, good base defense as well. Really low base HP, actually, interestingly. Very, very slow. Very slow, 90. I think that's as slow as I've seen. So what have we got here? Attacks one enemy, places a big version of decreased defense, 75% chance to do that. And has also got a chance, 30% chance to get an extra turn. 30% is quite a lot. That's not bad. We've got an A2, attacks one enemy, decreases the target's max HP by 20%. Then adds the HP to this champion's... okay. Cannot decrease champion's max HP by more than 60% in one battle. Cannot increase this one by more than 60%, by more than 60,000. So actually, you could build them up to 20. Whack his HP up to 80,000 by stealing it. Does not decrease boss's max HP. That's a shame. This champion's max HP must be increased by, will be increased by 15,000 when this steal is used against bosses. Okay. And attack is based off of HP and attack. Oh, I really, really like this mechanic. I really love it. It's a bit complex in terms of reading it out, but once you get to it, it's very cool. It's very cool, and he partners so well with the other champion because she just keeps bringing him back to life to do this. That's really cool. And on a two-turn cooldown when booked, if this hits hard, then this is an amazing ability right here. Amazing ability. And then we've got an A3, so attacks one enemy, ignores 75% of target defense, also ignores unkillable and block damage. Juicy. Grants an extra turn if this attack kills an enemy, and it's based off of attack and HP. Again, all of them are attack and HP. Enemies killed cannot be revived. Whoa, this guy is an arena beast. This guy is an arena beast. 3-turn cooldown. Wow, his kit is really good. I love it. His kit is really, really good. And then we've got passive as well. So we'll decrease damage from a single enemy hit so that incoming damage will not exceed 50% of this champion's max HP from that hit. Can occur once per enemy attack. Grants an extra turn if this damage reduction occurs. I'm just curious about the grants an extra turn. To who? To this guy? Do we get the extra turn? Which is kind of what it sounds like, but you're not attacking. I'm not. Am I reading that weird? Will decrease damage from a single hit so that incoming damage will not exceed 50% of this champion's max HP. Yeah, that makes sense. So if he's only on 12k HP, he takes a hit, the most he can lose is 6. Can only occur once per enemy attack. So if a champion's got 3 hit attack, he's going to take full damage on the other 2 hits. Grants an extra turn if this damage reduction occurs. I'm not entirely sure how that works. Decrease the damage taken from bosses by 15%. Decrease the damage taken from bosses by 30 if he's with the other chap there. That's okay. Yeah, look, I mean, I love this part of his kit. His A2 I think is really cool. His A3 is very cool. His A1 is decent. Yeah, I like him. Really good champion. So look, there's a lot going on there. There's a lot of new champs. Bear in mind what I gave you in terms of advice for the fusion coming soon. Guys, I've been Hell Hades. Catch you soon.